Greetings and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to show you how to take these items that we bought at a local craft store for less than $30 and turn them into this gorgeous holiday wreath. This is a fun project that can be easily accomplished in less than half an hour. And when you're finished, you're going to have a beautiful wreath that will last you for years and cost a fraction of what you'd have to pay in a store. And best of all, since you're doing it yourself, you can customize it to go with the decor in any room that you want to put it in. If this sounds fun and interesting to you, stay tuned and we'll show you how. Before we get started, I want to mention that if you want to do this project as cheaply as we did, you'll have to shop during the early Black Friday deals available at most of the major craft stores. At the store we used, these items were as much as 60% off, including the basic wreath itself, which is seen here up at the top right-hand side of the picture. That same discount was applied to almost all the components we used. I also have to mention that holiday decorations aren't my area of expertise, and full credit for creating this wreath and demonstrating how to make it goes to my lovely wife, Karen. Okay, are you ready to start?
I am.
All right, before you get started, let me take a look at everything you've got together here. So that's the wreath we just bought, and right?
Yes.
And that's just a blank wreath, and we got that from Hobby Lobby?
Hobby Lobby, 20
Okay,
bucks.
and then what is this here? Can you stretch that out so I can see it?
This is garland.
How long is it?
It's 9 feet.
9-foot garland, okay. You're going to keep it full length or cut it shorter?
No, I'm going to keep it full length.
Okay, all right, so fold that back up. I'm just looking at all your goodies here. You got a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
All right, I recognize scissors. All right, and I assume that's for...
The ribbon.
You have
Cutting
a
ribbon.
big roll of ribbon. Did you just get that at Hobby Lobby
Hobby
too?
Lobby, yep.
All right, is all this from Hobby Lobby?
Everything except the glue gun and the scissors.
Okay, now I'm noticing this too. What's this over here?
Okay, so this is our display from last year,
Okay,
and this is what these will be modeled after.
so you're using that as a reference.
Yes.
And I'm assuming that's because since you fussed around and got it so it looked good in the room last year, you're just going to copy it again.
Yes.
Now, what would be different if you were going to put it in someone else's house?
Oh, you can do different colors.
These things?
Yes, you can do many different colors with all of your ornaments. These are based on another picture that I used as a reference.
Okay, something that would look good in our room. And I'm going to insert here a picture of our Christmas from last year so everybody can see how it went together with our stuff, because we do have a lot of red, traditional red and green.
Yes.
And so if somebody had for instance, a more of a colder color room, you could use a lot of whites and blues and things.
Whites and blues and purples.
All right,
yes.
and then again, we have video I'll insert if I haven't put it on already of all those aisles. There is just aisle after aisle of stuff.
Yes.
That has all this available to it. Okay, and just tell me what your starting point is.
My starting point is with the ribbon so that you can weave it in and make it look as natural as you can. And
you're going to be making the wreath first?
Yes, I'm going to make the wreath first
Okay.
and weaving in the ribbon.
Okay, all right, so I'm going to set up the camera and then I'll just leave it running while you do this, and maybe we'll do it in a time lapse.
Okay.
Now at this point, I was just going to leave the camera running and put on some Christmas music as a background while I watch Karen assemble this thing, but then it kind of dawned on me I have some questions, and I'm sure people who haven't done this before might have the same questions, so I'm going to have Karen help me understand what she's doing just one step at a time. Now, for instance, I see you have little pieces of ribbon that you're sticking here, and is that to make it look like the ribbon actually weaves in and out of the whole wreath?
Yes.
Okay, and it looks like you're just stuffing them in there. Are they actually attached in some way?
It's wire ribbon, and it's being put around one of the limbs of the wreath, and it's just wrapped around it, so you can move it if you don't like where you've put it.
Right, and you could glue it if you wanted to, right?
Oh, sure.
And also, at any point, since it's just, this whole thing is synthetic and wire, you could cut these off again, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Oh, and even if it's wire ribbon, it can be cut with scissors?
Just regular scissors, yeah.
Okay, good. That makes it simple. And now you're going to start adding ornaments and things?
Yes, you like to make a nice balance of the ornaments. You don't want too many, you don't want them to be too small, too large, and I think it's just a preference.
And also, once you set them in, you can always change this. Even if you attach them, you can unattach them, right?
Oh yes, they're
Okay.
very easy to change around.
Oh, and here's the little candy cane striped things. There's a lot of, I've noticed a lot of these decorations at the store you could buy with the red and white stripes on them because candy cane is a Christmas thing. But we've seen it in the past that people overdo the candy cane stripes and it begins to look, a little bit overdone. It's hard to describe, but it doesn't take very much of the candy cane stripes to just get the effect. You don't want to go overboard with these at all, unless you really love candy cane. I mean, it's your wreath. If you make it, it's yours, and it's going to be beautiful no matter what. All right, now these little things, these little bouquets or whatever they are, did you put those together or did you buy them like that?
You can buy them at the store just like that. They're already assembled, so you can, plus they have a wire stem to feed into the wreath, and they don't have to stay attached. You can just set them in and they should stay in pretty well.
Okay, and I noticed that some of them you have perched on top of the wreath and some are sticking in from the side. Is that just for visual interest?
Just to change things up a little bit.
Yeah, I see some of them are, sticking out, so it doesn't look completely round and donut shaped.
Exactly. Give a little bit of interest.
Okay, good. Okay, so now you're going to try to find out where you want the top.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think I want this to be the top.
And is that just a personal preference?
Personal preference.
Okay.
And then you want it to be symmetrical.
Oh, I get it, because you have some objects on each side.
You have some objects on each side.
Okay,
This and this give it
I see. You've
some
made
symmetry.
a little, kind of a sort of an illustration.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the top because it's in the center of the balance, I should say, point of all your little goodies. And then you could always add or subtract anyway, right?
Yes.
Once these are glued down, can you just clip them right back out again?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're not married to this. It's just first run through and then see how we like it.
Yes.
Okay, so where is the top that you like now?
I like this to be the top.
Okay, and so then what's going to happen next?
I'm going to start gluing the bits that I want where
Okay.
I want them.
All right, well, I'm going to put the camera back in a position where I can show you doing that. And again, I'm going to go ahead and do a voiceover here because I have more questions. I'm seeing now that you're using a glue gun. Is there anything special about the glue gun? How much did that cost?
That was a few dollars on Amazon, including the glue stick.
Okay, are all glue guns the same, or is this a big one, a little one, a medium-sized one?
This is a mini one. I didn't need anything big for this. They sell them, big, little, medium.
Okay, and the glue sticks, are they expensive?
The glue sticks I just bought on Amazon. I got 24 of them for $3.
Okay, so really this is just an incredibly low cost process to go through. And I can tell, I mean, I'm looking at this thing now and you're just now finally assembling it, that something like this would probably cost easily $50 or more, right?
Oh, for sure.
And then you'd have to pay for shipping.
Yes.
And we've seen in the past, we've ordered wreaths that were shipped, and the shipping process destroys these things.
Yes.
And so your choices are to spend, and then I've of course seen these in stores too for $80 to $100. So I think this is absolutely the best possible choice, because the overall total price for this thing, when you get all the parts on sale, is at or below $30 just for this wreath. Okay, now on this one you're gluing the actual ornament. You just put a little dab of glue right on the side.
Yeah. You know, you want it to not show that it's an ornament. You want to make it look like a ball, and then you've got clusters of balls that you can make them look nice.
Okay, and I pointed this out in another part of the video, but you have the glue gun on a plate because it dribbles a little bit after you've pulled the trigger.
On occasion, yes, and I don't want it to be on my beautiful granite countertops.
Correct. So you have it on your beautiful blue plate instead.
Yes.
Okay, I assume it peels off the plate.
Yes.
Because if I did that, you'd be mad at me.
Yes, I would.
Okay, all right. Now, it looks like you just about have it arranged the way you want it. And again, I'm going to reiterate something I said before, or ask the same question. There is no trouble with changing your mind at any point along the way, snipping these off even if they're glued on, and then doing it somehow different.
Exactly. You can change colors, you can rearrange, you can add, you can subtract.
Yeah, and I'm noticing something else. I'm obviously not a decorator, I'm a mechanic, but I have a sense of color and I know what I like, and I can see that this is predominantly red, but you have a lot of other colors in here. You have, I'm seeing green and yellows and gold, and those candy cane stripes, and just all sorts of variety, and some white, down there on the corner. So you just sort of look for what predominant color you want for the room.
Yes, we have a lot of red and green, and I really enjoy the traditional Christmas colors.
Right.
But you can do blue, you can do purple, you can do lots of different choices of colors.
Yeah, and again, try what you like, see how it looks. Temporarily put it up on the wall, see how it looks on your wall, and then glue it down.
Exactly.
This comes out really nice, and the ribbon itself is almost just a minor accent. You can get really thick, heavy ribbon too if you want the thing to be more dramatic, right?
Yes. There are so many choices of ribbon in color and in texture, in width. So many choices.
Now, will this thing need some kind of hook on the back of it to hold it up, or is the wreath itself strong enough to be just hung on a nail?
You don't need a hook of any kind. There are two very strong wire
Are they
rings.
rings? Okay.
Yeah, rings that are holding everything together.
So are you about done?
I am done. I think I'm very happy with it. It looks balanced, not
gorgeous.
too much.
Yeah.
You can add or subtract according to your taste.
Is it all attached?
These are not. These stay in pretty well, so if you wanted to attach them, you could, but they tuck right in, and you can move them.
And everything else is glued in?
All the little balls are attached.
Okay, so can we lift it up?
Yep, it can be
From
lifted.
its... Oh yeah, I think it's beautiful.
I think
I
this
mean,
is
it's a little out of place with all our Thanksgiving stuff here behind
Yes.
it, but that is gorgeous. Yeah, I'm always inclined to keep adding and adding and adding until it looks like it's about to explode. And we can always keep doing that. You can always keep adding more. And taking away.
Yeah,
Right?
not everything is attached. The ribbons can be moved. The big pieces can be moved. The only thing that are attached are the balls.
Uh-huh.
And if you wanted to cut those out, you most certainly could. If you didn't like the where it was,
Uh-huh.
you can simply, cut that little area out, and it will work fine.
All right, well, I'm very pleased, and I'm sure this is going to be a wonderful gift. We're going to give this away
Yes.
as a Christmas gift for Christmas.
Yes.
And so it'll be an early Christmas gift, so a person will have, this is going to go above the hearth in an apartment, and they should be very pleased. Okay, why don't you hold it up one more time? Let me back away from it a little bit, so. Another thing we highly recommend is that you buy one of these Wreath storage containers. We're going to use this one as a sort of a gift wrap bag to deliver the one we just made. We might put a bow on this so it looks like more of a present, but it not only stores your wreath, it protects it, and it has a keyhole slot on the back so you can hang this thing up on your garage wall out of the way for the rest of the year. So we're going to demonstrate. You do have to compress these Hobby Lobby wreaths a little bit to make them fit, but when you pull them back out again, they spring right back out. The only well, that is such a beautiful wreath. I have to just stop myself. That is so pretty. Anyway, the only thing that might go wrong when you pull it back out is one or two of the ornaments might come off. You just pop them right back on again. And there it goes. All ready to be delivered as a Christmas present. Absolutely wonderful. You did a great job. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and remember to check back soon for our follow-up video where we make a fireplace garland to match this wreath. Have a wonderful holiday season.